Welcome back, all our viewers. Exciting cricket all over. Salil, early strike for India, but England seem to have consolidated. Your views,
Oh,
please.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think it was a shared session. Two quick wickets gave us a lot of hope earlier on, but England absolutely consolidating with Ollie Pope and Jonny Bairstow as we thought he would, hold ground against the Indian bowlers. So all in all, good, fruitful session for both teams.
Right. When we talk about India, they hit the marks in the first session. Getting two early wickets, and Umesh Yadav again looked good, and Bumrah, he's a class apart. But since the bowling change has been brought on, Siraj and Siraj not looked penetrative at all, and even Shardul Thakur has leaked a lot of runs.
Well, I think that's towards the later part of the day. I think to begin with, let's talk about what Umesh Yadav did. I think he bowled two brilliant deliveries. I think it's very important to get rid of the night watchman earlier on and expose whatever new batsman there is to come, and he did exactly that. Also, getting David Malan for a wonderful delivery and an excellent catch in the slips by Rohit Sharma. I think that gave us a lot of hope. But I mean, after that, you had Siraj and Shardul Thakur go on for a lot of runs. There was a
Yeah.
point in time where they scored around 9 boundaries in 4 overs, and that's not something that you'd really want to see as as a fielding captain. So somewhere India would be thinking that they should have been around at least 30 runs less than what they have been allowed to score, rather than scored at will.
Yeah.
You would say. So something to look at for Virat and team, because just 42 overs old, this old ball, and another 30, 38 overs. I think they can score a lot of runs from the way the pitch is looking at.
The pitch looks very very flat. But when we talk about bowling, it has to be really consistent. A lot of tries being done by the Indian seamers. Wrist positions being a little crooked, the ball being held in a certain angle, nothing working, no swing. Your views about that, please.
Well, yes, I mean, so to say, we had Mohammad Siraj bowling with a straight seam and a cross seam, and which he's been doing. I think what he's trying to do in these kind of conditions where there is absolutely no swing for him, and it doesn't look with all that sting that he comes for. Maybe is what he's really trying is trying to get an odd bounce of the ball that goes with the cross seam, and that's
Yeah.
possibly the only thing that they would want to exploit there. So, I mean, having said that, anything that is worth the experiment to throw the English batsman off guard on this. Otherwise, it's like a sunny day for batting, and the both the batsmen look quite comfortable going and driving at the balls outside the off stump. They've hit a few inside edges and almost missed the stump, but
Yeah.
you can just say the kind of confidence the pitch and the way the ball is easily coming onto the bat is building with the English batsmen. So all in all, I think they would want to score as many runs as they can with this whole ball.
A great synopsis with regards to the batting. When we talk about Englishmen, they usually come into the side in a very young age, at a very young age, and a lot has been invested on Pope. He's not been a very consistent performer, but the way he's looked today with the drives that he's made, and he's taken the attack to the opposition. Your views about him, please.
Well, I think he's complemented Jonny Bairstow really well, and got lovely boundaries hit on the offside over there. Not afraid to hit off his pads as well. So I think the Indian bowlers have also helped him to pile on those runs really quickly. You see, he's batting on a 38 not out and Bairstow on 34. I think the kind of scoring that they've done, and it's at quite a brisk pace, although they've hit those boundaries, and their running between the wickets is very good. They're communicating, they're looking to score runs. So I think for these two batsmen, after their 50-run partnership, they realized that they can really take the side, and they've really been confident and not giving India any room, for a wicket there.
Even when we talk about the next batsman in queue, a Moeen Ali, this platform is very well set for him. He's a stroke player, and India somehow seems to be on the back foot when the reserve bowlers are bowling.
Well, I think if you talk about the kind of pitch that we're having now, it's fairly easy to bat. Also, the fact that the ball's not going to do much itself is good enough for Moeen Ali to be quite confident when he walks in to bat in case a wicket falls. I think we're relying too much on Bairstow or Ollie to give away their wicket. It's not going to be easy. I think they'll have to really bowl some good deliveries to get them out, or maybe have them get too overconfident to then throw away their wicket. But yeah, when it comes to Moeen Ali or the batsmen that are going to come after him, I think it's fairly easy, at least for the next 30-35 overs, and they can really try to score 100 more runs out of these overs, and that should put England into a very commanding position. So from a batting perspective, I don't think there's any issue that England might be having. They're just wanting to make the best of their time in the middle and make as many runs as possible more than India as much as they can, and leave it to the second innings.
A good spread there, good spread. As a Kohli now, even he's very sure of how the wicket's flattened over time. The ball's not swinging, and the spin is not that penetrative. Where does he go ahead from here, Salil?
Well, I think he'd really want to have a chat with his bowlers to at least try and make sure that they don't leak out enough runs. They know that the runs are going to be easy to come by, but
Yeah.
giving away those boundaries that they gave somewhere in the middle of this first session was a little appalling. It looked a little careless, trying trying too hard, trying to bowl towards the stumps, trying to bowl too full for the English batsmen who were just waiting at their crease to just pick off runs. So I think all in all, they would want to do that to begin with, and that would put the English batsmen under pressure, and they will try to score runs, not at a free will, but they will try to push for runs, and that's where you can have a window for getting a wicket. So I think that's the kind of talk that Kohli and possibly Ravi Shastri or Ajinkya Rahane would be having with his team back there at lunch.
True that. Now coming back, to India's bowling lineup, do you think this would have been a very adequate pitch for a Shami? Most of the time he lands the ball on the seam, and this pitch, having a tennis ball bounce, can really lift off from nowhere.
I think missing out on Shami would be a really big thing. Obviously, he's been the pick of the Indian bowlers in this series, and so many times in the past. The kind of experience that he possesses, it surely would have made a big difference. But sadly, we don't have him now. We have the other boys, and I think his replacement in Umesh Yadav has really done a good job when it comes to picking the wickets.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having said that, I think we'll have to make do with a team without Mohammad Shami.
Your predictions now, Salil. What do you think will England end up scoring?
Well, I think they have another 100 runs coming for sure. I think
Okay.
anywhere between 70 to 100 runs can be scored in the next session, even if they lose maybe a wicket or two, because it's really easy to come by, and the players that are going to come after this pair are also free-flowing batters, and they will keep the scoreboard ticking. So I think when a pitch like this, the match will definitely be, England should be around 220 or 230 for whatever they would. I mean, if they don't lose out all their wickets.
Right. Coming from 75 for six, and now an 80-run partnership is stitched. And in no time. It fulfills the fantasy of every cricket lover, as there's always a comeback waiting in the wing in the test arena. Like always, pleasure talking to you, Salil. Hope to catch up in the tea session.
Yep, absolutely,
Cheers.
Bharat. Cheers.